Hi guys! Today's video is going to be my top 20 songs of August 2020. The requirements for songs to make this list are the same as always. 1. The song must be a Korean release, and 2. It must have a music video of some sorts. Now that first rule is especially important for this month, so songs like Dynamite, Ice Cream, etc. are not eligible for this list. Now, when explaining my opinions on placement, I do occasionally talk about choreography, styling, or the music video, as that can help influence how much I enjoy a song. This list may contain pre-debuts, debuts, and comebacks, and it is completely based on my own opinion. Just because I rank a song low doesn't mean I hate the group, it just means I don't enjoy that song as much as other releases. I hope you enjoy the video! I'm so blessed. I absolutely love Miso, so when I heard she was having a comeback, I was really excited. Although this was just a gift for fans, so she didn't promote the track. Now, if I was ranking this song solely based on verses, it would be way higher, but the chorus isn't something I can get behind. Normally when people talk about how songs sound similar, I disagree. Most of the time I think people are either jumping to conclusions or just trying to start fan wars by stretching things to extremes. But I cannot deny during my first listen, I immediately thought of Kill This Love when the chorus came on. It just seems like a watered down version of that song and is kind of disappointing. Now the final chorus and the outro part of this song really picks up and is meant to be a dramatic end. I'm so blessed, 24/7. But the energy in the final chorus should have been in the first two choruses. My ideal version of this song would be having that high energy in the first two choruses and then making the last outro go even harder. But I also would have liked if all three choruses had the same heavy energy. At the end of the day, this is a great song. The first two choruses are its downfall though. Recently, I've been having a hard time actually enjoying music released by boy groups. Most of the releases tend to blend together and not sound distinguishable, and when I saw this release, I didn't exactly have high hopes. I've said it before, but I'm not a huge fan of Wild West type elements in songs, so when I saw the thumbnail for this song looked like a scene from an old Wild West movie, I wasn't thrilled to listen to it. But to my surprise, the song didn't incorporate anything like that. It was more on the tropical trap beat summer songs. There's one part that I really enjoy. I know absolutely nothing about On and Off, but the vocals there especially are amazing. As of now, I haven't listened to any more of their songs, but after listening to this, I'm willing to check out their other releases. Like a flamingo, this song is a pretty solid debut. Nothing extremely extraordinary, I guess. At the start of the track, it has a couple seconds where it focuses solely on the guitar and one girl's vocals. And I feel like that was a bit off-putting. I think they either should have extended that or just cut it. It's kind of set at an awkward amount of time. I enjoy the rapper's verse the most, and I was really drawn to her, but I think I'm biased just because she has pink hair and I wish my hair looked as good as hers. Normally, I feel like a song like this would fly under my radar and I wouldn't really enjoy it, but ANS did disband this month, and I feel like I was more drawn to this group as a way to hide my pain about that disbandment. But then I heard a couple bullying rumors going around about them, and I kind of distanced myself a bit, so that's probably why this track's at 18. I haven't looked into anything more about them, so I don't know much about that situation, but I still feel like this song is a good debut. IDOL is a group that I almost stanned in the past, but I never actually did. The last song that I really loved from them was Han, and I haven't fallen in love with any of their other tracks. I remember seeing the first teaser for this and instantly becoming disappointed since it had Wild West elements in it. But the song was a pretty good summer release. I really enjoyed the instrumental for this, and I feel like it stands out against other recent releases and manages to change the tempo of the song without seeming harsh. My favorite part of this song is probably Soyeon's rap, especially right when she starts to speed up. Yeah, that's pretty catchy. It was nice seeing Miyeon getting lines, especially since she's the main vocalist, and I enjoyed Minnie's bridge as well. But other than brief snippets, I would say I just don't enjoy this song as a whole. It's not really suited for my taste, but I do think it's a solid release for their discography. If we're solely focusing on the song, this is pretty good. I enjoy the retro vibes, and Sunmi and JYP's voices really suit each other. But the focus of this song is about someone's past lover who's disappeared and wondering what they're up to now. So maybe having Sunmi wasn't a good choice for this track. Sure, they sound great together, but JYP has known Sunmi since she was a minor, and choosing her to sing a romantic sort of song together doesn't vibe well, especially since some moves and parts in the music video get a bit too awkward for my liking. But Sunmi is an adult and made the decision to be on this track by herself, so I'm not going to shame her for it. Unlike the numerous people who keep acting like she was being held at gunpoint and forced to do this song. That's beside the point though. Overall, this is a really good song with fun choreography. It just ranks 16th for me since it makes me a bit uncomfortable. Rocket Punch is a group that I considered standing during their debut, but as of right now, I don't think they'll end up on my stan list. Each comeback they have makes it more clear that I am not in their target audience. They're a group that releases songs for younger fans, and I'm saying younger kind of openly, as older fans can like this music, but I believe their main demographic is younger teens. The song seems like it focuses on a lot of recent trends with trap beats and synth sounds, and it doesn't really have an identity for itself. Granted, I do feel like this holds a Rocket Punch type sound, as it seems on the same wavelength as Bouncy. I don't really have anything against the lyrics. They're cute, and I feel like a lot of groups tend to stay away from that nowadays. The chorus, though, does kind of annoy a certain pet peeve of mine. There's this line where they're repeating the word juicy over and over, and it's a cute hook, but the girls are clearly only saying one syllable in that time frame. They're literally just saying juice. And I'm not trying to be rude with this, but why didn't they make the official lyrics juice for those lines? It would have made way more sense, as they're clearly saying that instead of juicy, and they already say the line hot and juicy in the song, so having the title as juicy would have still made sense. It's such a minor thing, but I cannot listen to the song without getting angry about the official lyrics being juicy at that line, so I usually skip this. Overall, this is a cute song. I'd like it more if they switched the official lyric. But, you know, I'm just being annoying at this point. I feel like I'd also like this a lot more if I was younger too, but it's still pretty good. First off, I thought it was really cool how this song was a remake of Cool's track Sorrow. This version was slower in the verses, and I thought it really highlighted YERI's vocals. It's a very refreshing song for the summer, and the music video is really cute with the aesthetics and storyline. I also really liked RAVI's rap on this. His voice is more on the raspy side, but still managed to blend well with the light track. I remember hearing the name WOOSEOK before, so I looked him up, and I was really surprised to see this was the same guy who released Red Moon. I can't tell you when Red Moon was released, but I know I ranked it in one of my videos. I'm sorry, I have no concept of time from this year at all. But just thinking of how drastically different these two songs are, that's insane. Basically, Sorrow is a really nice and relaxing song, and I enjoy all the artists they got for this collaboration. We were just two kids, too young and dumb, I was really hyped for TAEMIN's comeback, and when I first listened to this, I didn't realize it was just a prologue single, and I thought it was his actual comeback. And as much as I liked this song, I'm kind of happy this isn't his actual title track. Two Kids seems like it's a personal, touching song, but it has this airbrushed, industry mass-produced feel to it that makes it lose its meaning. Of course, TAEMIN sounds great on this, and his dancing in the music video is equally as amazing. I just have higher standards for his comebacks based on shiny title tracks and his previous solo work. This song seems a bit repetitive and is kind of unfulfilling, like you're constantly wanting something to happen and it never does. I'm really excited for his actual album and comeback though. I just hope he's getting enough rest with how many promotions he's having to do recently. I was super excited for HYOLYN's comeback. I absolutely love her as a vocalist, and I was really hoping she'd have a comeback soon after Good Girl, and she did. The reggae aspect of the song really gave her an opportunity to excel with the new sound, but I think this is probably my least favorite title track of hers. The chorus just seems too strict to flow with the reggae relaxed vibe the song holds, and the instrumental is a bit lacking. The music video was really cute though, and the styling was a major plus this era, and HYOLYN is absolutely amazing being able to deliver such clear vocals while keeping up with his choreography. I still like the song, it just would have been better if the chorus was more developed. If I'm being honest, I did not expect Brave Girls to ever have a comeback again. I just thought Brave Entertainment had unofficially disbanded them. I believe 2018 was their last comeback, but that's when they released the new version of Rollin', and I don't really consider that a comeback, so 2017 would be the last time they released an actual new song and promoted it. Now, I was already pumped for We Ride, considering it had been so long since I had a comeback, but hearing it was city pop made me even more excited. Eunji really was well suited for this song, and I think they kind of pushed her a bit more this era since she had done a couple stages with Bomb for Spring Day and also was a guest on Queendom. Brave Entertainment really needs to make Eunji a lead vocalist. It's kind of insane how she isn't one already. But anyways, this was a very fun, easygoing song, and I especially loved Yoojong's. That was my favorite part of the song. I will admit, Yuna's lines in the pre-chorus are a close second. I'm super happy seeing these girls back on stage again, and I really hope that Brave Entertainment doesn't hide them away anymore. They have so much talent and deserve to have more releases and be promoted correctly. MC&D is a group that I was really excited to see release a comeback this month. I personally enjoy rap and K-pop songs, and MC&D songs focus mainly on rap thanks to them having 3 rappers. I do enjoy how high-powered this song is, although I feel like it almost needs to take it down a notch. The vocals are the only part where the high intense energy isn't constantly there and was like a breath of fresh air. If they had more variety with their rap verses here, I think I'd enjoy the song more. The chorus isn't exactly one of my favorites from them. It fits well with the song, but I don't think it has the individuality I generally hope from songs. Either way, I do find myself a bit biased towards this group, so that also adds to them ranking this high. Up, cigarette and condom. Pack up, cigarette and condom. This song was just a collaboration between an entertainment channel, but I still find it to be an enjoyable listen. I absolutely love how unfiltered BB is, and her voice is to die for. I was also pleasantly surprised at how gorgeous this music video was. The color palettes really were nice and all went together. As always, BB releases calm, relaxing songs that are amazing. She's one of my favorite vocalists in K-pop, and I can't wait for her to get the attention she deserves. You don't need a Wheein is my Mamamoo bias, so automatically points for that. She fits so perfect on an R&B song, so I was really excited for this. Her verse is good and it sounds really well with the relaxing instrumental. Peakboy isn't someone I keep up with that much, but his voice is amazing. I particularly love his rap verse as he manages to speed up the song with it, but still keeps the calm, relaxing vibe. Most of the time, I feel like when artists rap in a song, they tend to get more aggressive when speeding up, but Peakboy manages to speed up and stay with the calm vibe. He seems like the type of person who releases music because he loves it, not because he's looking for validation from an audience. I really enjoyed the collaboration between these two, and I think the song came out really well. Oh, baby, this track doesn't really seem that unique to me. I think it's another generic tropical pop release, and that's not really a bad thing, but it won't really hold up over time. I think the only reason I rank it this high right now is because the first part of the chorus is super catchy and it's been in my head for a while. Once it gets out of my head, I don't really think I'll choose to listen to the song unless it happens to come up on my playlist. I don't really have much to say other than that. This is one of those average type songs I don't really have a lot of opinions about. It's not necessarily bad, but it's also not great. This song pleasantly surprised me. I think I mentioned earlier that boy groups haven't really been releasing music I like, but I really like this song. Nowadays, most songs include a post-chorus that repeat a set phrase, and that's a hit or miss for me, and I really like this one. I feel like the choreography was also nice, which is surprising. I'm not a huge fan of groups that have an even number of members, since I feel like their choreography always is a bit awkward without a set center position, but I feel like it's really handled well in this song. There are some moments where they have a member behind another, but that's kind of expected for even number groups. I do believe this song struggles a bit to hold itself up without added visual element. Like, it's one of those songs that wouldn't rank as high if I didn't memorize the choreography in my head. Just listening to the song itself seems a bit incomplete. I love the secret agent vibes that this song has. I don't think Sori is planning on promoting this at all, but it is an amazing song and I wish she would. I'm pretty sure the manga Initial D was inspiration for this track, well, at least the title of it. I feel like it's been so long since I've seen a racing concept in K-pop, and it really is different from what other groups are releasing right now. The instrumental holds a retro feel to it and has that 80s vibe as well. I know Sori's under a very small company, so I was kind of scared she wouldn't have another comeback, but I'm so happy they released this. I wish more people would support and stream Sori's music, as it always delivers. I really enjoy the lyrics and meaning behind this entire comeback. I feel like KARD is able to pull this off well. I do love their summer tropical house tracks, but I tend to enjoy the darker and EDM style they've taken on recently. Their more recent releases have mainly focused on being hype songs that you can dance to, so hearing the lyrics touch on such emotional topics was really surprising. I feel like my favorite part of this was Jesse's rap. I'm feeling like I'm in and speaking of that, I do want to touch on the issue of line distribution. I understand that all the members help out with the album in their own way, and BM wrote, composed, and arranged this, but I personally wish they had found a way to even out the line distribution here. I know the girls are more accustomed to singing and this song has more vocal parts, but I wish it had incorporated more rap lyrics to even out everything. Then again, I do really enjoy rap verses, so that's just my bias. Other than that, I really love this song, and I think it's a solid release. I just wanna be a boy. I did not watch YG's survival show. I believe it was called Treasure Box? I'm not sure. But a few of these members were familiar faces, as I did watch some clips of the JYP versus YG battle thing from a couple years ago. Yedem is one of the members I instantly knew, since I used to religiously listen to his cover of There's Nothing Holding Me Back. There was also another performance I remember listening to a lot, and this one took me a while longer to find since I couldn't remember the song name. But it turns out that member was Jungkook. So those are actually the only two I knew, but I still thought it was interesting because I thought I was going into this blind, but I at least had a brief idea of two members. I will admit, for this song, I did not have high hopes at all. The previous release YG had before this was Blackpink's How You Like That, and I wasn't a fan of the instrumental for that song, so I was fully expecting for the song to have an instrumental I disliked too. One of the only reasons I even listened to this song was I knew everyone else would be talking about it, and I do love rap verses, and I knew that's one category YG always delivers on. In the first 5 seconds of the song, they have Yedem just do a little thing with his voice. And it really reminds me of an earlier 2010 preteen boy type of vibe. It sounds like an auto-tuned snippet I'd hear from Justin Bieber's song Baby, but the rest of the song doesn't have that vibe. It's fine. I think my favorite part of this song is the instrumental. The outro, though, was a huge pleasant surprise for me. I'd fully anticipated the song to end at an awkward moment. Generally, I keep comparing this to How You Like That, but it was the last YG release I had heard before it, so I felt like it was a good comparison. How You Like That ended at an abrupt time, and it was just before 3 minutes. So I feel like the song should have been longer, there should have been an outro, and this song had an outro. There was this set moment where I was like, oh, this is the end of the song. It's right before 3 minutes. And then they had an outro. They actually had an outro. I've never been so excited for an outro. I feel like it's a bare minimum type thing I expect from songs, but I just wasn't expecting that. So to get it made me so happy. It just made the song seem complete. I am really excited to see what they release next though, because I did kind of consider standing.
Cause I'm not shy. Not shy, not
ITZY is a group that I absolutely love and has consistently delivered on their discography. I was really scared seeing their comeback teasers being a Wild West theme, but the song doesn't really have those elements, so I enjoyed it. For their last 3 comebacks, they've really had a set member be the focus of the era. Like Dala Dala was Yeji's era, Icy was Yuna, and Wannabe was Ryujin's. For Not Shy, I feel like it's a mix between Chaeyoung and Leah, and I kind of wish it was more set on one person. Normally, I don't enjoy when an era highlights only one member, but ITZY seemed like they were allowing each member to shine in an era, and it feels like they didn't give Chaeyoung or Leah a proper, straightforward chance to shine here. But who knows, maybe they'll plan to do that with future eras. I enjoyed that the rap parts were more powerful here, similar to how they allowed the raps in Wannabe to play out. My favorite part is probably right at the start of the pre-chorus though. I really enjoyed how Leah's lines mainly were in the verses and the bridge. I feel like her voice really fits well for those parts. I do wish Chaeyoung had more lines and more center positions though. As of right now, I think she mainly was put in between the center and edge spots, since they didn't want her to be on the edge due to her dancing skills, but they also didn't want to put her in the center when she's not the one singing. I feel like this could easily be fixed if they just gave her more lines and then she'd be able to be in the center. Boom, done. Problem gone. One of her lines in the song is right at the start of the second verse, and I'm not a huge fan of that formation, mainly because it's one of the only times Chaeyoung is actually in the center, but Yuna is right in front of her, so it's a bit difficult to focus. Chaeyoung is my bias, so this is totally just my own opinion on that. I don't mean it in any way to try and bring down the other girls. Other than that, I really enjoyed the song and I thought it was good. The verses were definitely better than the chorus. I do think Wannabe was a stronger title track, so having this as their next comeback is a bit disheartening, but I am still happy with the final release of this. Somebody better give Dreamcatcher their first win, because the fact that they don't have one is actually insane. Vocals? Check. Rap? Check. Choreography? Check. There isn't a single thing that they're missing out in this track. Well, except Handong, but they kind of anticipated her being there and there was just a travel ban, so that's just an unfortunate circumstance. I will say, I don't think this is my favorite title track by them, but that's just because they have a really good discography and I absolutely love some of their other songs. Without a doubt, Dami's rap verse is my favorite part. Seon's vocals in the chorus are an honorable mention though. I like how the verses and the beginning of a pre-chorus have the vocals light and airy, and everywhere else they become more loud and pronounced. BOTOPASS holds the signature Dreamcatcher sound everyone knows, but still edges onto the tropical pop trend going on. I love when groups can have an ability to have a sound that's their own, but still incorporate trends that are popular at the moment. I do wish the chorus played out a bit more. As much as I love Seon's vocals, I feel like they could have added more layers to it, and maybe put some more lyrics. But other than that, this is an absolutely amazing song. I love it. It is my favorite song of August, and I really hope Dreamcatcher gets their first win with this. And that's my top 20 songs for August. Feel free to leave your own opinions or rankings in the comments if you want. Thank you if you actually watched all this. I appreciate it. Bye!